Well, it's just about time for copper overload. Coming up in the next version of Minecraft, tons more copper things as you can see around here. A lot of this stuff is already in the game, but there's a lot new as well. You can see this on the wall over there. Lots and lots of new copper stuff. We have copper tools, we have copper weapons, we have copper armor, lots more. Hi, I'm George, and let's take a look at all the new copper stuff here inside of Minecraft. I don't know if this is for 121.9 or if it's going to be in 122. I haven't found that one out yet, but it's going to be real soon in any case. Let's take a fast look around here. We have copper lanterns right here. And with all copper things, these can come in several different shades. As you can see right here, these are waxed, so they're not going to be changing. And there are the same number of unwaxed versions as well, so 8 different lanterns. Unwaxed will eventually end up at this color if you let it sit there long enough. If you wax it, you can stop it at any particular place. Again, that goes for anything that's copper. We have all these copper chains now. There we go. Copper lightning rods right here. Copper bars right in there. Copper chests, we'll be needing those. And as I mentioned here, we have copper tools and weapons, copper armor, even horse armor, a new copper torch, and up here, we have a new copper nugget. This is really useful to make your copper torch. Now, most of this stuff is made just the way you make anything else in any different material, but a few things are a little bit different. The copper torch is a stick and a coal or a charcoal and a copper nugget on top. So pretty easy to do that. When you have your copper torch, you can then make your copper lantern. Again, everything else is pretty much the same as you've already seen. But the big thing to keep in mind with copper is that if you want to have it stay a particular shade, you're going to have to put wax on that, and that's beeswax. It's going to be important to have a good source for beeswax, and that's going to be your beehives right over there behind me, beehive or bee nest, and you can get the beeswax from that. Now, bees have been around for a long time, but if you need a good refresher course, I have a great video all about bees and beehives, bee nests, honey, bee wax, all that stuff. I'll put a link for that at the top of the description and also right up there, upper right-hand corner. Go ahead and take a look at that one. Let's talk about these things right over here. These are copper golems. These are the copper golem statues. They're just sitting here. If you right-click on these things, you can change the pose. That's kind of fun. Give them all different poses in here. There we go. So all different poses. And they're just statues. Or you can have an actual live golem. And golems work with these copper chests over here. And what the golem does is it will take whatever is in one of these chests and it will try to find a regular chest and move what's in here over to a regular chest. I'll do a whole video all about how to work with these golems coming up real soon. There's some interesting things you can do with these guys. Now, to make a golem is pretty easy. You need to have a copper block. Let's just put one right down here. And then on top, either use a carved pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. I'll do a carved pumpkin, right-click, put it on top, and there we go. We get a golem on top, and we get a chest, and he's checking inside that chest. There's nothing in there, so he's going to look at these other chests over here, and he'll keep on looking until he finds something in one of the chests. Let's just go over here. I'm going to put a copper nugget inside of this chest. There we go. And he'll take that and then put it into a regular chest. So all kinds of fun with these guys. Now, they're going to be changing colors just like the regular copper does over time. Okay, he just grabbed something there. If you right-click, you can get it back from his hands. There we go. I just took that out of his hand. So they're going to be changing color like anything else. And again, you'll need to have honeycomb to wax the golem if you want it to stay in that one particular shade of copper. So lots of fun stuff coming up here real soon in copper. It's going to be a copper world, as you can see. The nice thing about this is that copper ore is all over the place. It's easy to find. So I'm sure you already have a lot of copper stored up, and now you have a lot more things to make with it. Now, I know that the copper swords, the tools, aren't as good as iron swords or iron tools. The armor isn't as good as iron armor, but you have a lot more copper. So if you don't have iron, go ahead and make the stuff out of copper. When you get enough iron, then just trade up to the iron. It's much better. Okay, so a lot of fun stuff coming up here real soon. And don't forget, if you are a little unsure about how to work with the bees and honey and beeswax, all that fun stuff, just look in the description for a link to my best video on how to handle those things. And keep an eye on my channel, so make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing a new video real soon all about how to work with these copper golems. Okay, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.